this situation has seemingly got even worse and more complicated. Not only the condition of Psycho Stu, apparently his condition is worse than we thought. They thought he was going to be released from the hospital on the same day. Well, he's still there and lost some of his teeth, but he is awake, he is responsive, and he's very thankful of all the support. But regarding the situation at the event, according to the wrestlers that were there, the promotion that held that event is telling their wrestlers to keep quiet. Let them handle everything. And also, according to some of the wrestlers, they are being told to repost that assault in some kind of promotional tool. What is going on here? And if the wrestlers are being told not to talk, if there is any kind of corroboration between Raja Jackson and the promotion, it could slow down this entire process. We also do have UFC fighters and pro wrestlers chiming in with some of the most delusional takes I've ever heard. I don't care to go too much into it. In my opinion, it's just so invalid because of how delusional they are. Mark Henry, the pro wrestler Mark Henry, is putting more of the blame on Psycho Stu, pretty much saying that he got what came to him. That's insane to say it's Psycho Stu's fault. And now he says that every wrestler knows that Psycho Stu can't fight. Like that has anything to do with the point. Then you have Rob Van Dam. He says he has Raja's back, but then at the same time, he said he's not going to pick a side. He says that what happened to Psycho Stu should not have happened, but he was able to see the lead up to the assault from Raja Jackson too. It's a very incoherent, nonsensical take. He's calling everybody else a basic thinker, essentially an idiot if they don't understand what he's saying. But I think he's just engagement farming for his podcast. And I think Sean Strickland also said something. I don't know, man. Watching any more of these guys is giving me a brain aneurysm, man. And surprisingly, Chael has the worst take out of all of them, and he's the real fighter. He was an actual UFC fighter. He was saying like it's a complicated situation, and what if Psycho Stu wakes up and say it was all part of the show, and he said that Raja didn't lose his temper until after the second punch. It wasn't out of anger until then. I don't get what he's trying to do here. Like, I don't know if he truly believes what he's saying and he's delusional, or he just has to be a contrarian, or he's just so much of a friend of Rampage. I don't know what his angle is here. He could truly believe what he's saying. I don't know, that's my opinion, but I don't really care about their narratives as much. The more important thing here is the wrestlers that were present at the event have spoken. They're a part of a podcast, and good on them, they are speaking out even against what they're saying, the promotion's silence of their wrestlers. And they also revealed what is going on behind the scenes with the promotion. And it seems way worse than we even thought. So the wrestler who saved Psycho Stu, his name is Doug, and he speaks the most on this podcast.
So how did you end up being involved? Because from what I understand, you weren't part of that match, that segment. How did you end up out there in the middle of the ring during this match?
I just got done with my match. I was blown up, took the heat, did the shit. Then I get a whisper by somebody, hey, something is not right. I might need you to go out there and check a scenario. This guy's going to do a spot. I'm like, when does the spot happen? Oh, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Well, you want to let me know, but like, you're not telling me when the cue is, when is the spot supposed to happen. You're just going to let me know just in case. Right, so I'm stuck waiting for this cue. I walk out to somebody with the radio. I said, hey, talk to the back. When do you guys want me to go? What's happening? I was informed about the beer can incident actually shortly before that. They told me that they, made up, shook hands, hugged it out multiple times. So it was going to be fine, but they just want to make sure. I talked to the person up front with the radio. I walk back to the ring. I see the slam. I see the first punch, second punch. And by then I'm at people in front of me and I just start moving. I kind of wish I would have just sprung on like the slam. So that's where I'm at. I mean, honestly, there's nothing worse than you watch somebody you care about. He's a veteran. He's me. And these are people who are supposed to love him. And I'm the only one on the outskirts to be told to watch this, apparently. And then I'm in there and I'm battling. I'm doing whatever, trying to work this. And I'm telling the guy to calm down. And now he's trying to fight me. It's all fucked.
But the fact that they told you to watch out and, be ready, and the fact that this had nothing to do with any of the storylines kind of shows that this was premeditated, right?
I think the premeditation part comes on the side of AJ Mana. You brought somebody that was volatile, that you knew had issues.
So real quick, that's the friend of Raja who brought him to the event.
That's the small calf, small ass, chicken legs bitch with the cowboy hat.
So this fight, whatever you want to call it, Raja Jackson...
Attempted murder.
Right, this attempted murder, he landed like 20-something punches on him. 23 punches on him. You pull him off, and then he tried to go at you. So was he trying to continue beating him even further?
I think the culmination between his dad picking on him and all his daddy issues came out, and all the shit that AJ gassed up into his head. Because let me put it this way, I don't like Raja. I think Roger's a shit person for what he did. But I think AJ's a bigger shit person for gassing him up to be in that fucking ring, to leading him to ruin his own fucking life, to hurt somebody that AJ also has a fucking problem with. You can't fucking tell me that's not, I don't believe in coincidence.
He was basically trying to put the blood on someone else's hands.
Exactly, because he's not going to do it himself. Mm-hmm. You know, the few little backyard fights he fucking got in where he got beat the fuck up, and then you got somebody that's a real fighter, trained by somebody that's one of the greatest of all time, and then you had him do your dirty work. He ruined 2 people's lives.
So what happened when you got involved with Roger? Why did he want to keep going? Well, I know his chat was like gassing him up too, leading up to it, which we've talked about.
Another reason why live streaming is toxic.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
When you're a man, you're in control of your life. If you do things for other men, you're their bitch. You are not a man,
Basically
you're a puppet.
Doug, so what happened when you and him squared off?
I just went in there to stop it first, you know, because I was kind of in shock. I saw Stu. I saw the punches. It felt like slow motion. I'm looking around. I'm looking at Stu's friends staring at me, not running in. I'm only running in. Somebody f***ing pinned Stu after he almost got beat to death.
Yeah, you guys see that? They continued the match after Raja's attack. The ref was signaling for somebody to pin Psycho Stu. Whoever that guy was, I don't think he was a real ref. There's no way he was. If he was, he should never be a part of any pro wrestling event ever again. That guy should be out of there. But also what Doug is saying here, him giving into the rage bait of his chat, him fixating on people thinking that he's so weak. So he tried to prove the contrary by doing something so idiotic. Even during his stream, he said his dad can't call him a bitch anymore.
My dad can't never call me a bitch.
There's a lot of things going on in Raja's head, bro. There seemed to have been a lot of pent-up anger with this guy, and he let that loose in the worst possible way he could have. And also, yeah, that AJ Mana guy, to be fair, when he told Raja to get his receipt, he probably thought like a regular receipt in pro wrestling. That's one punch, not even full power, right? I don't believe he thought that Raja's gonna pick him up, slam him, and then land 20 shots on him. To be fair, right? But at the same time, he shouldn't have egged on a non-pro wrestler. This is where that guy messed up. Raja's not a pro wrestler. He doesn't know what a receipt is. When you're telling this guy to get his payback, tag him up. Raja's probably thinking, okay, even the pro wrestler's telling him that he can hit this guy for real. He's going to take advantage of that, right? He's going to use that as an excuse. So although AJ Mana most likely did not believe that Raja was going to go to that extent, I do believe the guy's an absolute idiot for telling a non-pro wrestler to get his payback. He's not a pro wrestler, bro. And don't give him any excuse that he could possibly use. But Doug is saying that AJ Mana ruined 2 people's lives that day, Psycho Stu and Raja Jackson. And when he brought up that Raja was trained by Rampage, who is one of the best fighters in the world, using those skills to sneak attack somebody to the point where that guy almost died, is just a bully mentality.
People are so chicken shit that they don't understand violence. They don't understand what's going on. They don't want to partake in anything. They weren't willing to save their friend. They would rather worry about their own image, their self, their match, or this. Sometimes the world stops. Sometimes the world stops. You could go to the store one day, be shopping for fucking groceries, and if you see an old lady get beat up and fucking robbed, you have to do something. Sometimes the world stops. So these fucking people are sitting in the fucking ring watching a man get beat to death that they call the fucking friend. The people in the back are fucking telling me, hey, can you go out there and make sure nothing bad happens? So now I got all this responsibility. But at the same time, if I'm AJ Mana, if I'm the people that told me to fucking go out there, if that's the person I brought, or I know this whole situation is going on, I'd be right at the fucking ring. If somebody told me that Ian had the possibility of having a fucking fingernail being put out of place because somebody might be a little off in the ring, you think I would take a fucking chance of my friend getting hurt? I'd be in the fucking corner of the ring on the very side in the front fucking row. You couldn't move me from the fucking spot. I'd ruin the whole fucking show. Fuck all of you. That's my friend. That's my family. That's somebody who means more to me than anything in the world. I would never let something fucking touch him. I would die before something hurts my family. And all the people that call him family, where the fuck were they?
Nobody else in there, except the guy with like the black tank top, tried somewhat to stop that whole thing, but everybody stood there and watched. And honestly, the referee is the worst amongst all of them, because whether he's a real ref or not, his job is supposed to at least act as a ref. Or even the wrestlers inside the ring. Why aren't you guys standing up and helping this guy? I can guarantee some of these guys are his friends. They said Psycho Stu's been wrestling there for a long time. I can only imagine some of those wrestlers have to be his friends. And none of them stepped in but Doug.
And then when we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a fucking double leg on me, by the way, work a better fucking double leg, you fucking prick. And then I'm telling you to fucking calm down. I'm not even fucking fighting. I'm not even being fucking hostile. Then you're trying to fucking work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And then you fucking punch me in the fucking eye after we're breaking it up, you fucking loser. That's why you got fucking headbutt, and that's why I fucking punch you, and you're fucking lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt you. The fuck is wrong with you?
That I did not know. He punched Doug when he's trying to stop the fight. Doug didn't punch him. Bro, Doug could have punted him in the face and KO'd him unconscious if he wanted to. When Raja was leaning over Psycho Stu throwing punches, he was able to get soccer kicked in the face, but Doug didn't even do that. They put him out there because they knew Doug can fight. That's the reason why he said he was there. They put him in there as security. That's according to Doug. He could have seriously have hurt Raja Jackson if he really wanted to, but instead he tackled him, didn't try to hurt Raja, and he still got punched in the face. Didn't Raja tell his chat that he was going to stop if someone pulled him off? Not only did he not want to stop, he actually tried to go right back at Psycho Stu, but then he also attacked the guy who pulled him off. He shot a double leg, he punched him in the face, and Doug said, "That's why I headbutted you." I'm going to be honest, man, Doug, you could have done a lot worse if you wanted to, man. You could have done a lot more than just headbutt, honestly, but he didn't even want to hurt Raja. He just wanted to stop that situation. Yo, that is crazy, man.
So, do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watched the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you've been in your life, bro. I don't give a If you got a fucking problem with the fucking world and the people around you, change your fucking people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy. Get some fucking help. Don't take it out on everybody else. And then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your fucking father, use his fucking clout, use his fucking knowledge, and then you want to hurt people that don't fucking train like that? You're a fucking bully. You're a bitch. Fuck you. Fuck everybody who taught you that.
And what was the thing that Raja was upset about? People thinking he's weak, a coward, all that stuff. Well, he did the most cowardly thing possible. He was upset at his chat because they called him a coward. Well, his chat was right, unironically.
So after all this happened, as far as the show, like, did the show just continue? Like, how did Stu get out of the ring? I assume it was stopped and paramedics came. Like, what actually happened?
He was given CPR. He was choking on his fucking blood. The paramedics came. I rolled out. Once I realized that my fucking blood was leaking because he caught me right in the fucking goddamn orbital bone, I rolled out the ring to go fucking fight that guy. I said, "Fuck him, I'm coming." And then everyone's holding me back.
And he had already, like, ran out of there?
Already gone. And then the only person who fucking met him is a fucking crackhead with fucking face paint who's fucking begging for fucking clout for the fucking internet. Man, fuck that whole fucking night. There couldn't be anything more mismanaged in my fucking life than I saw that night.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just trying to get a better understanding of, like, how the show went on. Who took him out of the ring, first of all?
Stu left by paramedics in his own blood, choking. A veteran. A war veteran.
Was he stretchered out of the show?
Yes, he was a load and go criteria.
After that, did the show just continue as if nothing happened?
There was kids crying. There was women and children upset. The little girl, Sophia, in my tag team, she saw the whole fucking thing. And as an adult, that's my job to, is to protect everybody. And I fell really short. I talked to her dad. She said she saw everything. She tried to get out of the car, come back, and see if Stu was going to be okay. And it's fucked up. You have kids at the show, you have families at the show. We're supposed to be here for a good time. And why I keep bringing up that fucking asshole with the stupid cowboy hat? Because you brought somebody that was volatile. You knew he was volatile. You set him up. You had him do your dirty work at a show where everybody's doing this for entertainment. And you wanted to do that? What a fucking prick. Both of those fucking people, fuck everybody involved with that person. And here's my thing about, like, the Raja situation. His dad is going to be hurting. His family's going to be hurting because of the trauma with the fucking son doing this shit, the embarrassment, all of that stuff, right? You have somebody that's unhinged. He needs mental help, but he needs to go to jail as well. You have Stu's family now, which I hold in a way higher regard. The dad's there, and I couldn't imagine watching somebody I love getting beat to death.
His dad was there?
AJ was talking to his dad from what I hear, so I'm assuming his dad was there and lying to him about what happened. And then, like I said, with Stu's family, now they're wondering if he's going to be normal again. Not just jail. It's not the tragedy of losing my son to jail. Is he going to be able to remember things? Can he walk? Can he talk normal?
That AJ Mana guy was speaking to Psycho Stu's dad and lied to him. This is according to Doug. To be fair, we don't know what AJ Mana said to him, but if he lied to his dad, I mean, I just don't even know what to say, bro. I just don't even know what to say about that. And the whole situation was absolutely fucked. These people went to this event to have a good time. They didn't go to the event to see a brutal assault and a guy almost die in the ring. And just like Doug said, especially fathers, like they're there to protect their families from ever seeing stuff like that. Like that could mess with someone psychologically, especially if they're a kid. Psycho Stu's father was there and saw that happen to his son in front of his eyes, and he couldn't do anything. I can only imagine he's an elder, like he's an old guy. What is he gonna do? I mean, if he went in there, he could have got hurt too, and it would have been way worse, bro.
What condition is he in right now, do you know?
From what I hear, he's having a hard time. He has no recollection of what
He was
happened.
in a coma overnight, right?
Yeah, he was induced.
Medically induced.
Okay, just to clarify, they did say Psycho Stu has some recollection of what happened. And mind you, this is 2 days from the incident, but his condition is said to be pretty bad, so.
And he's lost all his teeth at this point, I heard.
Most of them, from what I hear.
He had brain swelling as of last night. It's gone down since then, and reports as of late have said that he's up and alive, but is extremely out of sorts, is having trouble walking, maintaining his balance, and they just took him off a breathing tube this morning, and would assume they're just keeping an eye on him.
The fucked up part is Stu doesn't want his attention.
So did the police end up getting involved?
Yeah, no, they were multiple reports. I talked to the cops. I gave them my information.
At what point did they show up?
15 minutes after the little bitch fled.
Besides taking a report, did anything else come of it?
We're actually being active. This is part of the reason I'm here. I was actually not present for this event. I was at home. I heard about it pretty much just like everybody else until I started communicating with my friends and colleagues at that organization, and they were giving me details. I have actually kind of stepped away from the wrestling world because of personal growing safety concerns and social concerns in terms of my reputation. So I have been slowly distancing myself from this brand because I'm not surprised at all that this happened.
You're talking about that school specifically?
Yes, there are some great people in this industry. There are a lot of bad people congregated at this place. The most disgusting thing, which is the reason I ultimately decided to be present for this, given that my involvement wasn't direct with the situation that's gone viral, which was a blessing and a curse. Part of me wishes so bad that I was there to assist the situation and help my friend here. The other part of me is glad I wasn't there because there's a good chance I would have gotten locked up that night as well if I was present for what I witnessed on video. But the most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed, and there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream from upper management to not talk with the police directly if they are contacted, and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you. And you to every single person who replied to them, yes, sir, you are all weak sacks of shit, and I hope you rot in hell. You are wasting oxygen that other people could be breathing. Go fuck yourself. And if you continue to be complacent in this investigation and you side with the people who you know are in the wrong, I wish nothing but the worst for you.
He's confirming that the way they affirm what the promotion is demanding of them is yes, sir. Like, what is that? Some kind of cult? They don't want anybody else to cooperate with the police so they can handle it? That could be the reason as to why Raja is still out there. Because what if this happens? What if Raja and the promotion both tell the cops that this is all part of a wrestling stint? That this is all just a work? It just went wrong, you know? What if both parties are telling them that? That could be stalling this whole thing out. Because technically it was part of a wrestling show. Technically, he was supposed to get his receipt, which is a thing in pro wrestling. So if that promotion is handling things this way, they could be a reason as to why Raja is still out there.
I'm a professional boxer, and I've trained as a professional boxer for many years now. And wrestling was extremely new for me. I didn't watch wrestling growing up. I didn't really understand it. Everything that I learned about wrestling, I learned on site. And it took me a while to really understand this industry. And when you're someone who has seen real violence in your life and experienced real violence, things are very clear what's fake and what's not.
Except Chael Sonnen, apparently.
And it is apparent that every single person in that ring is an absolute idiot who has never experienced any violence in their life. They should have known from that first slam that this was not a show. This had moved on from being a show. And somehow that individual was allowed to let off 23 punches before Doug here was able to intervene. Not one fucking person did anything. And that behavior continued when they encouraged every single member of this academy to stay quiet and not contact the authorities, not respond to the authorities, while simultaneously being extremely excited that this event has landed them 15 minutes of fame. They were encouraging people to repost their brother getting beaten to death and discouraging them from talking to law enforcement to make sure that the proper individuals responsible for this end up in jail.
They encourage wrestlers to repost that so they can get more fame out of it. Or infamy. I don't know why anybody would even be a part of there after this. If what this guy's saying is true, that promotion is encouraging their wrestlers to repost Psycho Stu's assault just so they can elevate in infamy, why would any wrestler even participate with them?
You knew that person was going to get hurt. You knew something was fucked up. I made eye contact with people from the side of the fucking ring when I was going in. I saw you by the fucking stage. It's not a big fucking room. You could have went around. You could have went through the stage. Well, what the fuck did you do? You watched your fucking friend die. You watched somebody that you call family die. That means nobody is important to you. Not me, not anybody. So if I'm working for you guys and I sell as many tickets as I do and I put all this fucking money, time, and effort into this shit like I fucking do, I'm your number one fucking ticket seller. I bust my fucking ass for you fucking guys. That means the minute something bad happens to me, you guys will just watch it happen and you won't do shit.
Not that they wouldn't do anything. Apparently, they would repost it, or at least want to repost it.
How long have you been there? 3 years?
3 fucking years.
Stu's been there since day one, and they let that happen.
And he's a fucking sweet human being.
Yeah, he was there when I was training 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Stu was with them for that long, and they allegedly didn't care, according to these wrestlers? How greedy does a promotion have to be to want to promote one of their veteran wrestlers who've been there the longest, getting nearly killed in the ring? It's good we have guys like Doug in the world and various others who are supporting Psycho Stu in this, but dude, we have a promotion who allegedly is using Psycho Stu's brutal assault and near death as a promotional tool, allegedly telling the wrestlers to not cooperate with the police. And now we have people, both in the real fighting world and the scripted fighting world, minimizing this situation, or even saying Psycho Stu is to blame for this. It's so infuriating. Like, the clip itself is disturbing, let alone now knowing all of this other stuff that went on afterward with the promotion and with people minimizing the situation.
So do you guys know if Raja ended up getting arrested?
I don't believe so yet.
Hopefully. What I want more than anything, go get some fucking mental help. Go get some fucking counseling. Hope your dad fucking sits next to you and get you a hug for once. Stop making fun of you on the fucking internet, because apparently the internet and the fucking opinions on the fucking internet mean more to you than anything else. I don't think your dad's a bad person. I think he's just trying to rib you. He's trying to harden you up. But you're sensitive. You're soft. You think everything is a personal attack. And now look at you.
I mean, yeah, he literally sat there and let the chat rile him up.
He's on video, and this is where he's going to get real fucked, is he's on video as the chat's riling him up. And you can check the clips online. He's saying, yeah, I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to hurt him. I'm not going to stop. They told me I could do it. They gave me the green light. This is going to be real. He's premeditating the attempted murder that he is about to commit. And this is, I mean, millions of people have seen this at this point.
It's a fucked up situation. I couldn't imagine being a father and having a son that did something like that. And I couldn't imagine being a father and had a son who had something done to him like that. And I've been telling people even on Reddit, put yourself in everyone else's shoes that was involved. There was kids that were traumatized. Isn't it something that you want to sit there and just poke fun at and make fun of? These are people's lives changing, you know? I hope people find a happy medium and realize that this social media shit, like all the clout you want, all this publicity and fame that you want and the attention you're getting, it's not the right way to do it. There's people hurting.
Do we have anything else to add, Tanner?
What do you guys think?
Why don't we pitch the idea? Hey, Rampage, you're getting fucking sued all over the place because you piggyback your fucking son's fucking life. How about this? Why don't we just fucking have a boxing match? Why don't we just fight? You'll probably whoop my ass and I don't give a fuck. You raise money for your fucking son's legal defense and I'll raise money for Stu.
I think Rampage should also support Psycho Stu in this. He claimed his primary focus is the well-being of Psycho Stu. Well, let's see how much he cares then. Is it all just PR talk? Because that's what everybody believes it was. Everybody thinks what Rampage said was all PR. So as you can see, situation just seems way worse, and I don't really care too much to get into the opinions of Chaels and Mark Henrys and RVDs. I just don't care. It's absolutely crazy. I don't even understand why that angle is even being taken. Like, are they just delusional? Are they just gaslighting their audience? I don't know, but if anybody wants to help Psycho Stu, I'll leave the GoFundMe in the description as well as in the comment section. I think they've raised already like nearly $70,000. Pro wrestlers and various other celebrities have also pitched into the pot. And above all else, hopefully he recovers well, and with the whole handling of that promotion, I don't know what's going to happen with Roger Jackson. At this point, I honestly would not even be surprised if nothing happens to him, or he just gets a slap on the wrist. I really would not be surprised. They're probably going to work the angle of it was all just a work, it was all part of the wrestling show, and the promotion could corroborate that, making this entire thing a lot lighter than it actually is. But that's my opinion on all this, and leave in the comments below what you guys think about this whole situation now after the wrestler spoke up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.